Oh my God. I tried to press record and I turned the camera off. That's how long it's been. I don't know what to do for lighting because it's been a minute and I also am in a new house. So let me just figure out the lighting situation and then we will get this video rolling. Okay, we are gonna go here. Natural light. Am I bleeding? So, hi guys. This is my first video back in 2 years and I have some explaining to do. This is just so weird talking to the camera. It's been so long, but it also feels like it hasn't been long. Like it feels very natural, but I have so much to say. Welcome to my channel after all this time. Some of you may be new, some of you have been here since day one, since I started making YouTube videos. I guess I should explain why I just left randomly. The honest truth behind why I left was because I just felt like I had to come on here and talk about things that I didn't want to talk about, and I couldn't be honest, and I felt like I had to force this happy-go-lucky, positive version of myself when honestly, like if I look back to 2 years ago, that was one of the hardest times of my life. I was going through my post-show rebound. I was figuring things out. I was figuring out myself, who I was. I really was not confident in that person, and I know I've taken you guys through a few prep series on here, and you've seen me prep, you've seen me do all this stuff and win my pro card, and I feel like after that I was just very lost as an individual and I didn't really know who I was or where I was going or what I wanted in life. I think back to 2 years ago and I just feel like that was a very lost version of myself, and it was very uncomfortable coming on here and speaking to all of you and recording videos, because I feel like YouTube is one of the most vulnerable platforms. You're interacting with people, you're talking to them, it's the real you, and I feel like I couldn't be the real me because I was being pulled in so many different directions, to the point where like it wasn't even me. I think one person can only take so much of that. Like you can only fake it so long before you're like, I can't do this anymore because this is detrimental to my mental health. So at that point, I stopped making videos, and I'm just gonna fill you guys in on what has happened in the last 2 years, because I feel like I'm an entirely different person. Okay, so first things first. Obviously my background is very different. We moved, my mom and I, we decided to sell our house. We got to a point with the old house where there was just a lot of old memories there, and obviously like in that house was the last place I saw my dad. I just said to my mom, like, either I'm moving out and you're here by yourself, or we do this thing together and we go halfers on a house. As soon as we came to this house, as soon as we pulled down the driveway, and it's funny, it's literally 20 seconds from my old high school, so I get to walk past memory lane every day. But as soon as we drove down the driveway, we both looked at each other and we were like, this is our home. Like, it just feels like home. Our old house was falling apart. Or the day before we moved out, the fence blew over, like the deck was rotting. I don't know if I should be saying this stuff, but yeah, it was not a good place to be. So the room that we're in now, with the help of some good friends, we tore out the carpets, we installed vinyl flooring, because you guys know I hate carpet. I painted the walls white, I furnished it, and I love it. I love like having my own space to do stuff and make my own. I'll give you guys the home tour and it'll be awesome. Something else happened during this time away, which has probably been like the biggest thing for me and why I haven't come back to YouTube, because it's consuming and it took up a lot of my time, not necessarily in a bad way. I fell in love, and I know it's like so cheesy to say that, to be like, I fell in love, and I know it is, but I genuinely believe that I actually fell in true love. And sometimes the person that you fall in love with is not the person you end up with, and that's kind of what I'm experiencing right now. The reason why I feel like I know that it was actual true love is just because I've never cared about somebody to the extent that I cared about this human. Like, I think about them now, and like if anything bad happened to them, even though we're not together, if anything bad happened to them, like I would actually be heartbroken. So I think that's how you know when you truly love someone, is like you just, even if there's nothing in it for you, you just want them to be okay and be happy. So I am grateful for that experience, even though I feel like I did get my heart broken. I'm grateful for that experience because I know now that something that powerful and like that extraordinary is possible of feeling. Like I've felt things that I've never felt before, and that's been amazing. And I would do it all over again to feel the things that I felt with this person. Even though things happened that really hurt me, at the end of the day, I'm better for it. Let's put it that way. We'll have another video. We'll do like a girls chat about love and breakups and that fun stuff. So that's a future video. But back to the life update. I finally started coaching. So this was something that I always wanted to do. And I also think that when I was previously doing my YouTube videos 2 years ago, I might have mentioned that I was taking a course about nutrition, and like this course was intense. Like I was not expecting this to be like, you're gonna learn today, but it was very intense. And ever since doing that course, I finally like gained the confidence to start my own business and start coaching women. And it has been such a rewarding, just life-changing experience. And I'm so glad that I finally did that. I had so many people in my life telling me, Desi, you need to start coaching people. Like you just need to start coaching and helping people. And I'm so grateful that I finally did that. So in terms of work, I've just really doubled down on my business. And I honestly find that when I wake up every morning, I wake up with like a purpose, and I'm like, I'm excited to help people. I'm excited to get on a client call. I'm excited to continue learning and expand my knowledge, because the more that I learn, the more this helps my clients. Some of the transformations that my clients have had, I am just like, they inspire me daily. My clients inspire me daily. And I think with every single one of my clients, we've built such a strong friendship that like, I don't really, like obviously they're my clients, but I consider them friends and like people like I genuinely care about and want to help. And I feel like there's this trust between us. And I think that's very important between a coach and a client. I've had a lot of not so great coaching experiences. Basically, when I started my business, I promised myself that I would never make any of my clients feel that way. I never want to make any of my clients feel scared, like I felt scared, or felt alone, like I felt like I had no one to talk to. I also felt like I wasn't supported. So that's something that I really prioritize with my clients, is being there for them and supporting them, and just like it being someone they can rely on, because that's such a huge part of coaching. So I think for the final thing I just want to say for this life update video, I know that like there's so much more to talk about, but I feel like I've covered the main things. One last thing, I am 17 weeks out from my pro debut. I'm competing again this summer. I'm doing the Van Pro show, doing the show that I've done so many times as an amateur, and now I'm doing it as a pro. And I think that's so cool. So I'm super excited to do that show, and I know that I'm gonna have a lot of people come and just be there for me. I also have a new coach, so cat's out of the bag there. I decided to leave Team Atlas. I'm saying this genuinely, there are no hard feelings between me and my old coach, James. Him and I actually still cheer each other on Instagram. Like I'll post a prep update and he'll be like, you look amazing, like you're doing so well. So him and I are still really, we're on good terms, we're friends, like there's no bad blood there. When I did my prep in 2019, I definitely had a very hard time. And a lot of the times I had to come on here and fake positivity. But for the most part, I want you guys to know there's no bad blood between me and James. I made the choice to move on, and choose something that's better suited for me and what I believe in as an athlete. And that's exactly what I did. And he was nothing but supportive. So I'm with a new coach. His name is Braden Miller. One of my posing clients, she would just rave about her coach and like how good she was feeling all the time. And she looked amazing. And I was like, who is your coach? Like, what is going on here? Like, you look amazing and you're also full of energy. So that is how I got introduced to my new coach, and him and I really built a friendship and built a rapport. And then I just really love everything he embodies as a coach and how meticulous he is with health and hormones, and you know, especially just like post-show and just taking care of the athlete and having longevity in mind. So that was something that really appealed to me, and that's ultimately why I decided to work with Braden. I am 17 weeks out now, and I'm prepping for my pro debut, and that's so crazy to say. Oh, I'm parched. I hope that from this first little initial video, you guys can see that I am a new, not a whole new person, but like I am a new version of myself. And I hope that you guys really enjoy this new version, because honestly, I feel like this is the best version of me, and I love her, and I'm excited to share her with you guys and just take you with me on this journey. And I also plan on doing another prep series. So prep series are so fun because you see my energy go like the whole way. So hopefully that doesn't happen and we can keep my energy up and keep everything in high spirits. But I will take you guys through the process. I'm excited to share what I'm doing and just be brutally honest about everything, because we don't like any of that fake stuff. We can't do it anymore. That's not what this is about. So that being said, smash that like button. Do people still say that? I honestly don't know. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want. There's no pressure, but I would appreciate it if you did. I will see you guys in the next video. And that feels so good to say. Tea out.